Well, just heading towards the final now of the Glasgow Sevens. It'll be Fiji versus New Zealand. Well, what a fantastic atmosphere that's been building around the Scotstoun Stadium. It's been a sellout, although a few empty seats, just probably due to the weather conditions that you can see on your television screens. It's just drizzling down, and it has affected some of the fluency that we've seen in the latter stages of this tournament. So here we go then. Fiji versus New Zealand, the final of the Emirates Airline Glasgow Sevens. Well, would you believe it? These sides have played each other on 81 previous occasions. New Zealand lead by 43-38 in the series. They last met in Hong Kong back in March in the cup final. Fiji won a scintillating match by 33 points to 19. Well, New Zealand are without the services of Tim Mickelson and Ambrose Curtis, but there's a great class in the All Black Sevens. Gillies Kaka, for me, has been in magical form this weekend and has been given a brilliant platform by his forwards, Curry, Forbes and Dixon. Sherwin Stowers adds class in the backs, whilst the highly impressive Ryoko Yoyoni has made him a standout player this weekend. Well, Fiji's Ben Ryan goes for the same starting lineup that dispatched the USA 19 points to 5 in the semi-final. Semi Kunitani has been in scintillating form, having scored 7 tries this weekend. Jerry Tuwai is a gem of a playmaker, whose poise and craft is matched by captain Osia Kalina Sal. Well, before all the cup finals on the series, we play the national anthems. God bless Fiji, Mida Dal Doka. Well, joy, delight and tears on the faces of the Fijians. Now, God defend New Zealand. Well, the crowd appreciate the national anthems of Fiji and New Zealand. Just a late change to the starting lineup for New Zealand. Joe Webber drops down onto the bench, replaced by Sam Baka. Well, alongside me, Scott Hastings in the commentary box. To my right, Ollie Phillips. To my left, Carl Tanana of New Zealand. Just a quick comment from both you guys. Carl, obviously, New Zealand have done tremendously well to get to the final. Your hopes for your fellow countrymen?
Oh, most definitely, Scott. I know they're sick and tired of losing to this Fiji team. They got dusted up in Dubai in the quarter-final, lost in Vegas, and they got run over the top up in Hong Kong. So they want some revenge. They go into this one as the underdogs, no doubt.
And Ollie Phillips, the rain coming down. Can Fiji's passing skills meet the test of this New Zealand team? Will be determined to get a second title.
I mean, they've looked the hot favourites all tournament. They played some fantastic rugby. I think they're going to be buoyed as well by the very late change of Joe Webber dropping out due to injury. That could cost this New Zealand side quite dearly. He's been outstanding for them over the last 2 days. And against this formidable Fiji outfit, it's going to be a tough day at the office for New Zealand.
Fatemi Ravovu, he'll be kicking off for Fiji in the white strips, their traditional strips, and to the black of New Zealand. The ball taken there by Sam Dixon. The tackles will come in thick and fast. Stowers kicks long, and Jerry Tuwai. Well, what a standout player this man has been for Fiji. Always troubling defences wherever he goes. Savanatha Rawatha. And here's the pressure from New Zealand. A turnover by DG Forbes. But Rasta Rashanvengi is sharp on his whistle. Ravovo to Semi Kunatani, and this is Pio Tuwai. Such grace and balance in his running. Kunatani runs into a thumping tackle there of Scott Curry for New Zealand. Tuwai showing his strength there. Curry's right over the ball, but illegally, says Rasta Rashanvengi, the referee from Australia. Jerry Tuwai. Early stages of this game, Ollie Phillips.
I mean, it's a really delicate game of chess, but some of the contacts that are coming in are huge. Now, both teams really committed and desperate to win this final.
Well, Tuwai, such balance and grace. Hauled down by another tackle from Scott Curry. And Fiji just hanging on to the ball, an offside decision. But a cut and go from Isaki Katatoni. Held there, but gets the support on the wide outside channel. First try for Rawatha in the corner. And just patient build-up play from Fiji.
Yeah, great continuity from the flying Fijians in that set of play. They probed and probed and probed, and again the offloads, which has been so dangerous and worked so well for them over this weekend, really did take its toll. They ran out of numbers, did New Zealand. They send it to the left-hand side. They probed a little bit. This is a nice little change of direction. Goes inside DJ Forbes, and then just watch this offload out the back door. They had numbers to the left-hand side. They moved it there quickly. What a great start for Fiji.
Yeah, they were just patient, weren't they? And the supporting angles and lines here from Jerry Tuwai, who's absolutely caught the eye in his short career.
I mean, he has, and it's a fabulous break as well up the middle from Kotoni Bao there. Lovely, lovely pace from him. Such a balanced runner, seeing the overchase from DJ Forbes. And then the presence of mind to look around him for the offload. It's simple from Moaka, but great sevens from Fiji.
You're right there, Ollie just overtasted DJ Forbes, and then look at him here, always aware, they're always looking for the support players. Nice little offload, using their hands.
So Ravovo will take the kickoff. This time he puts a little grubber in. Oh, little good skills there from Sam Dixon. And Gillies Kaka, well, he decides to kick long. Jerry Tuwai will have this one covered. Osea Kalina Sal's back to support. Jerry Tuwai has a little dig. Up to that 10-yard line. Stowers with a tackle, but he was held. Stowers claimed to referee Rashanvengi that he'd held his man in the tackle.
I don't know about you, Carl, but that Scott Curry's been so impressive over the last 2 days. So strong over the ball. Once he's on it, he clamped down. You're never getting him off, and that's a great penalty for New Zealand. Now they need something to get back in the game.
Yeah, Tuai there just taking up. You're right, there's a second minute. Just jockeying right there, great technique. Just a little bit too slow, was pure Tuai to clear that out.
Well, he's got lots of experience building this 29th tournament. The 26-year-old from Manawatu. For me, this has been one impressive performance from Gillies Kaka. Look at the way he plays with the game with a smile on his face. Gillies Kaka back in that pivotal position. Hooker sweeps to the scrum half roll. Now Sam Vaka. Vaka up to the 22-metre line, held by Vatima Ravovu.
Leave it.
Off his feet was Pio Tuai.
Number 5, off your feet on top of the ball.
And again, the Sevens game, it just comes thick and fast. Stowers, oh, lovely little step from Stowers. And Ioane, who's really impressed this weekend. The youngster with 18 tries to his name already. And Vaka, he just goes route one. Tuai with the tackle. Then comes the support of Dixon. Now New Zealand with pressure on this Fijian line. DG Forbes goes in to dig. Sam Vaka's there as well, but penalty against Fiji. Sam Vaka will just tap and go, will he? It's low, but yes, he got a try, did he? I think he did.
Yeah, he ducked underneath it. Sam Vaka, he loves the contact, goes very low. You're allowed to place the ball, whether it be forward or backwards, and he places it forward over the line. And New Zealand, I think they've got the try that they desperately needed.
Okay, let's go IVR.
Well, it's a referee video review. Let's have a look at this one. Sam Vaka goes for the line.
Well, you're allowed to place the ball anyway. Doesn't matter, the tackle's completed. Yeah, you can place it backwards or forwards, and he places it forward.
I mean, that's the try for me there. Yeah. Great statement of intent and great response from New Zealand. He's come in, Vaka, replacing Weber, and he's rewarded him.
Oh, that's a surprise.
That is a major call. I think Rastarakaveng, he's got that wrong there for me. For me, that was all in one movement. He reaches out to place for the try.
There we go.
So very fortunate, Fiji there.
Well, there's 3 thumbs up in the commentary box for this try as he reaches out for the line, but a double movement is called by referee Rasta Rashamvengi.
We don't matter though, it's the guy with the whistle that matters, and that's a huge let off for Fiji. Desperate in defence, but that's what saved them over the weekend. They've been brilliant in that area.
Yeah, they have. They worked really hard at that breakdown, but I think they're so fortunate, and I think that highlights how crucial these refereeing decisions can be. Now Fiji breathe a sigh of relief, 5-0 up still. There, that should have been a try for New Zealand. They'd have been 7-5. So crucial, you've got to get these things right.
Ball's over the top to Pio Tuai. Tuai with a lovely floating pass. Ravovu just decides to play the territory game. We don't often see this from a Fijian team, the way to kick a ball. Gillies Kaka returns with a bit of class. The kick and catch, he returns the ball to Stowers. Ioane, well, he kicked as well, but Pio Tuai, well, the big mitts is picked up by the big Fijian. Well, everybody's kicking the ball now. The game of rugby is now a game of soccer.
Everyone's putting boot to ball. Some not as effective as the other. Gillies Kaka was magical there. The rest I think we can put in the bloopers reel.
Stowers. Ioane came on the feint. Lovely show and go by Scott Curry. They're creating good space here, New Zealand. Kaka cuts back against the grain. Oh, lovely little flick pass there onto Sam Dixon. The quality that New Zealand are giving. And there's men over. DG Forbes to Vaka on the outside. He's had a go through the sticks. Can he get in at the corner? Vaka for the corner. What about that as a tackle from Asia Kalina-Sau, though? The Fijian skipper giving such a lead.
Well, defence wins your tournament. He's lost the ball, Sam Vaka, I think, trying to put the ball down.
Tackle. That's what I saw. I'm going high tackle. Thanks, Alex.
Well, he's given a try on the high tackle as Asia Kalina-Sau. Well, should have been a penalty try because it stopped the player in the action of going to score a try.
Black.
I mean, it's down to the interpretation. It goes high around the neck, and you've got to say if that is a high tackle, then that is a penalty try. He stopped that there. New Zealand at the moment not getting the rub of the green.
Well, they're certainly piling on the pressure. Can they finish it off? Gillies Kaka to Stowers. Sherwin Stowers hits the deck. DG Forbes goes in there, the most experienced player on the pitch. Scott Curry, he has impressed. Well, he's run out of space there, has he, on the far side?
Well, they'll be disappointed with their attack there in New Zealand, getting pushed over the sideline as a cardinal sin, concession of possession. They just looked a bit lost on that last attacking set, did the All Black Sevens.
Let's come in. Let's come in. Let's come in.
It's going to be interesting to see, Scotty, sorry, just how Fiji respond to this. They haven't really been tested and pressured like this than New Zealand are. They're in their faces, making them play in their own half. It's outstanding work from New Zealand now. They're starting to get themselves into this game.
Kalina Sal pops the ball down to this impressive youngster, the 18-year-old Rico Ioane. Yeah, he was tackling well there, was Kalina Sal. Scott Curry teases the inside line. Kaka reads the play brilliantly to Stowers. 7's rugby out the top drawers, and Sir Gordon Titchens, the New Zealand coach, realises how good the quality of that try was.
Well, Sherwin Stowers is going to get the points, but you can put it down to Rico Ioane, the young man, getting it all started. There's a sign for his kids at home, Sherwin Stowers. There's the setup. Watch this little bit of interplay from Scott Curry and Gillies Kaka. I like the little nuance. Look at Gilly Kaka, takes in two defenders, then the little nice offload out the back door.
I'm not going to say it again. That's the last time.
Oh, Scott, it's beautiful play there, and this little pass from Gillies Kaka, it's got such presence of mind, fixes Kalini Sal there, and lovely offload to Stowers. They are starting to get under the skin of this Fijian side, and New Zealand's starting to tick.
Gillies Kaka misses a conversion after a fantastic try in New Zealand.
Gillies Kaka really has come into his own. Remember, he's just come back from an injury, so his first tournament, but I like the confidence of the young man to be able to do that in a final. He really has taken this team on his shoulders, and just a little pass again from Gillies Kaka, outstanding.
Black, let's go.
Well, Gillies Kaka, remember it's 10 minutes each way in the finals. Ben Ryan looks on, and look at the balance. 5-all between the teams.
Backwards.
Jerry Too White. Ball went backwards, so it was all right. And look at that press defence from this New Zealand team. They've got the territory. DJ Forbes, oh, classic steal and turnover from DJ Forbes. The ball's at the back, but coming in from an offside position is Isaki Kotonival. Quickly taken, and New Zealand have scored through Sam Dixon. Dixon with his 31st try in his 7's World Series career.
I mean, outstanding from Sam Dixon, outstanding from New Zealand. This Fijian side are rattled. You can see it. DJ Forbes is the reason and the root of that. What a turnover. Stripping it from the biggest man on the field. Brilliant play from New Zealand. They're back in this game.
Yeah, what a shift has Sam Dixon put in for his team. There's the turnover by the captain. Sam Dixon realised the situation. He was never going to be denied. Look at the determination. Shrugs off one, powers out of a second, goes over in a third.
I mean, one thing as well, Scott, just that makes me wonder, there's so many penalties being leaked by Fiji. When is Rastarakaveni going to go in and get that card out? He needs to start showing that, because on the half-time, Fiji have been very fortunate to stay with 7 on the field, in my opinion.
Well, on the balance of play, it's undoubtedly been New Zealand who've got into the faces of this Fijian team. It's all on the balance. Half-time, folks. New Zealand lead by 12 points to 5.
Watch out, because they'll go back to sideline. Anything in their half, in this half, if we've got the opportunities, keep it alive. Keep it alive. As long as we hunt quickly, they'll only get it if we're in fringe. Hey, we're playing pretty good footy at the moment. Hey, unlucky not to be another 2 up.
Something. You expect something from your teammates and you work hard. That is a shadow of the team that's played for the last 2 days. It's an embarrassment. So you need to sort your stuff out for the next 10 minutes and decide where our fate lies. You got that right?
Oh, well, look at the contrast there in the coaches. I mean, what intrigue. Gordon Titchens, like the ever so present all the time, sniffing the kill. Hunt them, he said. Ben Ryan rattled, you can see emotionally. He's trying to appeal to them. They've said you've been a shadow of the side you've been the last 2 days. What scenes in those 2 huddles there.
And a little bit of calmness and coolness there from, well, Sir Gordon Titchens.
Yeah, well, he knows he's got a very young squad. He's focusing on the positive. He's saying, play some football, go up the middle of the park and use the kick, get them rattled, get it in behind him. I've never seen this guy, Ben Ryan, so animated and speaking to his team like that in a very, very long time. He knows he's got the teams to get there, but these are the games where you make your name.
Well, fascinating plots unfolding here in the final of the Glasgow 7's. Second half is about to get underway. So Gillies Kaka, he's pulled the strings for this New Zealand team. And remember, they're down on the bench in numbers as well. Tim Mickelson, Ambrose Curtis, and a late change within the team with Joe Webber still on the bench. So what will the response be to that grilling by Ben Ryan? Lovely little interplay. Kalina Sal, the captain, giving him the lead for Fiji. Up to the 10-yard line, another tackle by Scott Curry. Katanabau with the pass, Pio Tuai straightens, gets the offload, gets the support to Katanabau. Oh, Ravovo stretches his legs. Gillies Kaka's got it covered though on that far side. And now Fiji really stretching. This is the response that Ben Ryan wanted. Tuai, he's such an agile man. Oh, a lovely little pop pass. And Asia Kalinasau is in under the post. And that's the response that Ryan was looking for.
Well, how do you defend Pio Tuai? He is such a big man, but he's got so many graceful touches. Great vision from him too. We'll see Kalini Sal, the captain, always leading from the front. This will be a huge thing if he can't go, this kid. Look at him, this step. The ball out the back door, draws in two defenders.
Kalina Sal with the additional 2 points. We're all square again, folks, but Pio Tuai, look at it. Little tackle that came in there.
I mean, a big moment here. Scott Pio Tuai coming off, injured the big man Mountain that's just been instrumental in orchestrating that try, is now off the field. But I mean, what? Ben Ryan was so animated. He wanted a response from his team, and no one better than your captain to give you that. They're back in this game, but they're down this hugely influential player now. How do they respond to that?
Well, the dancing feet of Pio Tuai will be sorely missed. But Apasi Domalai, he's wearing the #1 jersey. He'll be more than able to fill those boots. Great forward effort here from Sam Dixon. Scott Curry's also been in the thick of things, as has TJ Forbes. And New Zealand pushing Fiji deep. They've got numbers back, Fiji. Oh, lovely little show and go there from Savanatha Rawatha, and then gets the support of Isake Katanabau. Oh, lovely play here to Ravuvu. On the angle is Kalina Sal up to the 22-meter line. This is the Fijians that we know so well. Katanabau, Sami Kunatani. This is Rawatha who started the movement on that far line. Oh, wonderful. But an offside decision.
I mean, what a response from Fiji this second half. Ben Ryan demanded more from them than they are delivering here. Some breathtaking 7's. You thought that kick from Stowers was a great tactical decision. New Zealand was set, but as usual, Fiji just producing the magic when they need it.
Rawatha up the touchline. Semi Kunatani, Jerry Tuai, route one for Domalai. Oh, wonderful from Domalai. The replacement to Pio Tuai puts Fiji into the lead.
Well, this is all about determination from the #1. Up inside Domalai, just lowered his shoulder, used his power, went straight ahead, asked the question, can you stop me? And the answer was no.
Look at this play here. Wonderful patience from Waka there. Dances up within 2 yards, and then out the presence of mind to look for support. This is blistering 7's, and when Fiji get in the groove like this, you just got to try and weather the storm. You just got to stay in there, and New Zealand will be hoping they can make amends now.
And the conversion is good. Latimo Ravuvu with the additional 2 points. Carl, you've played against the Fijian team a minute. They're almost unstoppable. How did New Zealand keep their shape and poise to get back into this tie?
Well, it's all about possession. I know they've used the kick to great effect, but now I think they've got to get the ball, stop kicking it, and they've got to back themselves. Gillies Kaka, that's what he did in the first half. They've got to go back to that.
Well, Fiji kick long. Their defensive alignment has gone up. Dylan Collier. He's caught in the tackle by Semi Kunatani. Bruce Kunatani wearing that number 2 headband. Ioane, and the kick downfield is through Sam Dixon and Jerry Tuwai. Well, they have to attack from the 10-metre line, but we know the Fijians so well, they'll attack from anywhere. Well, the offload to Jerry Tuwai, and off the bench is Samasoni VDV. There's great legs out there. There's such spirit in this Fijian team. Rawatha throws the ball back inside. Ioane gets boot to ball. Was this from an offside position?
No, I think it's for a late shot from Scott Curry here. I think it was fine. Rasta Vinge finally gives out a yellow card.
Well, we thought there should have been cards earlier on, but that would have been for the Fijian side. But, well, Scott Curry, was that the turning moment in this final?
No, I mean, I think it is there. Rasta really not getting the rub of the green to this New Zealand side. Earlier on in the first half, we saw Kalini Sal go high for a high tackle when New Zealand was sure to score. Just gave the penalty, no yellow card there.
Tomalaya just cuts an angle in under. And what an impact this man has made since he's come off the bench. His second try in the final. And is that the moment that takes Fiji into the lead of the 7's World Series standings?
Well, they've been a juggernaut all weekend long. The first time they really have sustained some pressure from New Zealand, and they've responded. Here it is here, that's the yellow card. Scott Curry. You just can't do that. You've got to have your discipline in these big games.
Well, the conversion ricochets off the upright. Well, we talked about turning points, and besides Tomalai, he has been a turning point, but was the turning point the half-time top by Ben Ryan?
I mean, clearly so. He's inspired his side. They're just a totally different animal this second half. And now what Fiji do there, if you give them away, if you're down to 6, they make you pay. And wow, what a second half from them.
Well, Dylan Collier gets the ball onto Bodine Waka. We've not seen much of Waka, a great playmaker.
You don't think he's been operating at 100% now, but Gordon Titch has put him in there for another option, along with Gillies Kaka. Not the best. I don't think Rico Ioane should be clicking for the touchline.
Yeah, not decision there from the youngster. Well, New Zealand have been the bridesmaids on 3 occasions. They may be heading to be the fourth second spot on the series.
That was a bit of inexperience there, a bit of panic from Ioane there. You've got Kaka on the field, let him take the kick for distance there. Panics, kicks, poor kick, still pressure on New Zealand despite their ball.
Well, Gillies Kaka, well, he thought about a quick one, but interesting enough, did you notice Sam Dixon saying, just kick up the touch?
Yeah, well, they know they've got Scott Curry back now after this, so they just want to get territory. They need him to score first. There's still a little bit of time, 2 minutes, which is an age in the game of 7's, but they have to score off this next piece of play.
Well, we talked about Ben Ryan's comments at half-time. Let's hear them now.
You expect something from your teammates when you work hard. That is a shadow of the team that's played for the last 2 days. It's an embarrassment. So you need to sort your stuff out for the next 10 minutes.
Well, they've sorted themselves out, folks, because they're right back in the lead in this game by 24 points to 12. Now, New Zealand, we know that they'll give it absolutely everything. And this man, Gillies Kaka, he's created space on the outside as Scott Curry kicks the ball down. Jerry Two-Eyes coming back for Fiji. Curry has a shot.
Strike up.
Carl, I don't know what you think there. Scott Curry makes the break.
Right.
Do you put the
Did you
boot
see
to
a
ball
clear
there? Do
grounding
you just
angle?
keep hold? You've got all
No.
the momentum with you. Poor decision, in my
Right hand
opinion.
grounded.
Oh, most
Okay,
definitely.
midget.
And you've got a guy who scored a number of tries on the outside, Yuriko Ioane.
RVR.
And either way you're going forward, I
Okay,
don't think he got it
RVR.
down anyway, Scott Curry.
Do you think that was a bit of frustration because he spent the last 2 minutes in the bin?
Well, he's trying to make something happen. That's what he's trying to do. Here it is here. No, that's come off. That hasn't been grounded, I don't think.
Yes.
Who'd want to be a...
Backhand
Call him that
Make
one.
it.
But remember, we
Backhand,
don't need groundward
Okay.
pressure. It's
Time
just,
back on.
is the ball in contact with the ground?
Time back on.
He's awarded the try. Oh, wow! New Zealand are back in this game, though.
Wow, well, Scott Curry, I take it all back. Kick all you want, because there, you kick to score. Great pace and great precision for him to get that arm round, put some downward pressure on it. What a try from him.
Well, they got a good test. That's what Gordon Teach is saying from the kickoff.
Bodine Waka lets the ball slip across the uprights. It was Gillies Kaka, the way he just created the opportunity for Scott Curry. There was a man outside on Ioane. He did go ahead and kick. Well, if you're watching this at home, what did you think? Doesn't matter now, because Rasta Rashinvengi is given the try. Oh, the ball falls to Damalai.
Obstructed the
Thought there
play
was going to
in
be a hat-trick.
it. Number 3.
Bodine Waka took a big
Time off, please. Time
contact
off.
there as Jose Rosunge challenged for that
Do you have
ball.
anything else there,
I mean,
Alex?
that's a huge contact. Both
Do you have
sides so
anything else?
committed. New Zealand
That's
knowing
what
they
I've got.
need
Do you
the
have a
ball
different
off the
picture here?
restart. Fiji just desperately trying to get hold of
Sorry?
it. And there, two players just flying into each other.
Anything else?
Huge collision.
Okay. Mikey?
What a final this has
Okay,
been
I'm just gonna
here
stick with the
today.
penalty, obstructing
As you
the
said,
Yeah.
Ollie, both teams are so committed to the cause. Bodine Waka's only been on for moments.
Well, this is Fiji's 55th Cup final in the 7's World Series. They've won 26. New Zealand have played in 85 Cup tournaments and they've won 52.
Well, the Fijian player for mine hasn't even looked at the ball. The number 3 it was Raisunge.
I think Gordon Titchens will be breathing a sigh of relief as well. He's got no one else left on the bench. So he's looked at that and he's pleased that Waka's a tough nut there as well.
I was just about to run down, Ollie. I got my boots here.
Obstructing the jump for
15
there. Yep.
seconds on the clock and counting. There'll be time from Bodine Waka. Has he found touch? He's absolutely nailed a beauty. Now, 7 points is the differential. What have New Zealand got? They never give up. They never say no.
Wow, what an outstanding kick from Waka there. Put them in the position where they now just need to get some ball retention. Fiji will undoubtedly challenge them in the air for this.
Rico Ioane at centre. I'm sure they'll say, just give him the ball and let him have a go here.
Waka got to win the ball. They have done through DJ Forbes. Scott Curry. Ioane has a little step and go. Ioane held in the tackle. Fiji are good in the defence, but they've swept left to Dylan Collier. Collier slips on the grass. Fiji flood the contact area. They're going for the counter. Have they won the ball? It's a melee of bodies in there. Fiji come away with the ball. It's delight for Fiji. Win the Glasgow 7's, and what a thriller we've had. Absolute delight from the Fijian fans who are celebrating in the rain.
I mean, one thing that is fabulous to see here, we normally associate Fiji's victories with brilliant attacking play. What just won them the game there is the new facet that Ben Ryan's added to them, the breakdown. So aggressive there, and their aggression there just won them the game. Blasted through on New Zealand ball, outstanding from them. What a second half showing.
But an unbelievable performance, Carl Tanana, from New Zealand to get themselves back into the game and give themselves a chance at the title.
Oh, most definitely. They can hold their heads high, no doubt about that. They've been under pressure in a number of games this weekend, but they've shown a lot of mettle to get themselves back into this game, as they did in this final. But this Fijian team, you can't deny how good they've been over the weekend. In all facets, they deserve this win.
Well, there has been a number of talking points throughout this final. But as Zaki Kotanabau kicks for touch, look at the delight in the stands, look at the delight amongst this Fijian team. They've gained their 4th title of the series, having lifted silverware on the Gold Coast, in Vegas, Hong Kong, and now Glasgow. And as the 7's World Series heads to Twickenham next week, Fiji, by virtue of their win over South Africa in the quarter-final, and now lifting the title in Glasgow, means that they stand proudly on top of the standings as we head into Twickenham next week. And what a thriller we're going to have in Twickenham next week, Carl.
Oh, most definitely. You couldn't ask for anything better going into the last leg at Rugby HQ at Twickenham. Really looking forward to that.
Let's listen to the words from Osina Kalinisal, the Fijian captain who is with Rupert Cox.
Oscar, congratulations. You're the Glasgow 7's champions and you're top of the World Series. How does that feel?
First of all, I'd like to thank God and His kingdom. He's been our source of strength and source of power throughout the series. And we'd just like to give Him back the honor and the glory. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Vodafone and Shangri-La, they're back with us, and Fiji Airways. And it feels special today for us because it's Mother's Day back home. I reminded the players that without our mothers, we won't be here. So let's play a game and try and give the best Mother's Day gift back to the moms in Fiji.
It was a magnificent start to the second half from your team. What were the messages at half-time that turned it around for you?
I thank Ben Ryan for letting us have it in our second half talk. He told us that the team that played in the first half wasn't the same team that was playing in the last 2 days. So we banded together with the boys and told them we just need to keep possession, and we keep possession, and eventually it came out for us.
You're now 5 points clear of South Africa on the series standings. Can you take out the title at London next week?
We are in a good spot. Next weekend we'll take another game at a time. We always take one game at a time, and we'll take our first full game. We don't look ahead of ourselves because it's 7's. We never know what can happen.
Well, congratulations, Oscar. You've been magnificent all weekend. We'll see you in London next week.
Thank you very much.
We can now bring in Ben Ryan, the victorious Fiji coach. Congratulations, Ben. Another magnificent performance from your team. We played out what you said to the team at half-time. They were pretty strong words, and the lads looked like they responded.
Yeah, well, you know, there's always two teams in a contest, and don't take it away from New Zealand. You know, they had a decent first half, but we were completely, we were awful, you know, and flat, and it looked like we were strolling through things, so I just had to give them it, really. And, you know, I kept the F's and the C words out of it, but I wasn't happy. It was a really flat performance. When we had the opportunity, really, look, they've only got 9 players left in New Zealand, you know, and there's no excuse other than to put them to the sword for the 6th time in a row now, longest ever for Fiji. 4 tournaments now, the most we've ever won in a season, and we've put ourselves in a terrific position now to win our first series for 10 years.
It's been some weekend, hasn't it? You have qualified for the Olympic Games. Fiji have won their first ever Glasgow 7's title, and you're in a winning position on the overall HSBC 7's World Series. That must be a pretty good thing to take away with you.
I know it's been, you can't argue, it's been a cracking weekend, and hopefully we've got all 12 fit and healthy for next week. I'll have to get my week right, but like Oscar said, we're not running away with ourselves. 5 points is good, and we've got that extra point with our points difference is significantly better than South Africa and Fiji, so they've turned New Zealand, so they've got to be 6 points better than us, anyone. So 3rd place does it for us next week for certain, but we want to win back-to-backs in London. It'll be a good place to do it.
Thanks, Ben. Congratulations. We'll see you at Rugby HQ next week.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, lots of emotion in there from Ben Ryan, and surely, well, he talked about one game at a time, Asira Kalinisal, but what about one half at a time? And Ollie Phillips, you were just saying to me there that you had a similar experience in an England jersey when Ben Ryan was in charge of the England 7 setup.
Yeah, I remember the Wellington final 2009. He read the riot act to us. We're 17-0 down, and he delivered a passionate speech which was so out of character for him, it shocked us. And we went on to win that 19-17 on the hooter, and you know what that did there, just awakened that Fiji side. He said at halftime, it's an embarrassment how we're playing. Well, there was nothing embarrassing about that second half display. They were dominant. They were the Fiji side we've seen over these 2 days. Outstanding and fully merited this title.
Well, Rupert Cox is with Sir Gordon Titchens, the New Zealand coach.
Gordon, you've had some big injury problems at this tournament. Is that what cost you in the cup final?
Oh, no excuses whatsoever. I thought we still produced a performance that we could have won it, perhaps. You know, a couple of defining moments, missed tackles, and just some Fijian flair that we couldn't compete with. I think that was obviously the reasons they beat us. But yeah, we got a number of injuries. We were down to 9 players, and crucial players in Tim Mickelson and Joe Weber, and also been ruled out, and Ambrose Curtis. So they're good footballers as well. But no excuses. You know, credit to Fiji. They certainly beat us on the day.
You say no excuses. A couple of decisions in that first half down on their line. Do you feel that you didn't get the rub of the green a couple of times?
Yeah, I'm yet to look at the tape and find why we got penalised. You know, we put a bit of pressure on early from a turnover, and we conceded penalties there. So I need to look at that. But you know, when you get pinged in this game, you get punished sometimes, especially against a team like Fiji. But you know, we bounced back to lead at half time, which was really pleasing, and probably unlucky not to get a couple of others as well. But you know, in the second half, we tried to pin them down here. They got out, you know, with those missed tackles, and they scored a couple of wonderful tries, which probably was the winning of the game.
You've had a stranglehold on this series for so many years. You're in 3rd place going into the final event in London. Can you reel them in, South Africa and Fiji?
Yeah, I mean, we're in with a chance, you know, and you know, I think we're probably 7 or 8 behind Fiji, but anything can happen, as we've seen right throughout the year. And South Africa's still there. They're a couple of points shy of Fiji as well, and we're just a couple behind them. So, mate, it's going to be really tough, and looking forward to the tournament in London. And, I mean, at least we're in with a chance, and I think our goal this year is to qualify for the Olympics. We've certainly done that. We're pleased about that, and now it's kicking on to try and win a World Series.
Well, commiserations for the result here in the Cup final, but you've been great all weekend. We'll see you in London next week.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Well, 4 times New Zealand have ended up with a loser's medal. They won their own tournament in Wellington. They are a model of consistency. Their skill set is excellent. They must be very proud, Carlton Anna, of the performance this weekend. And as you say, they're still in with a chance next week at Twickenham to win an unprecedented 12th series title.
Oh, most definitely, that's all you can do as a football player. Give yourself an opportunity. No doubt it's not over till it's over. I remember winning a series on the second to last game on day 2. So they're there or thereabouts, but it's going to be a tough one. They're going to have to win it, no doubt about that. But in the end, Fiji, well, they deserved this. They were very good all weekend long, but there's a changing of the guard somewhat in this New Zealand team. A lot of young players being introduced just before this Olympics.
Well, Fiji and Pio Tuai will lead the team onto the podium. Ian Rankin, the president of the Scottish Rugby Union, and receiving the winner's medal. Well, it's been great, hasn't it? Well, Glasgow will have a record of, they've had a record 20 broadcasters taking live or delayed live coverage, reaching 301 million homes in 145 countries. We hope wherever you have been, you've enjoyed the final Glasgow 7's. Sad to say, the tournament will be leaving Glasgow, but the winners will take back happy memories as we'll see Kalina Saar will lift the trophy here at the Glasgow Emirates Airlines 7's. Well, we are part of a wonderful of rugby sevens here in Scotland, the inventors of the game, the innovators of the game, that is Fiji. We will head to Twickenham next week for the final leg of the HSBC 7's World Series. It's been my pleasure, Scott Hastings, to commentate on this wonderful tournament alongside Martin Gillingham, Wyn Griffith, Rob Vickerman, Ollie Phillips and Carl Tanara. What a special job we have. What a pleasure it is to bring you the commentary of this wonderful game of seven-a-side rugby. Well, let's have a look at the series standings. As we heard earlier on, it will be Fiji on top of the series on 147 points. South Africa 142, New Zealand 139. And those three teams will go to Twickenham next week to compete for the World Series title. You'll note that England are in 4th position. Mathematically, they can still be caught by Australia for that final qualifying place. But the gold bars there indicate that at this moment in time, Fiji, South Africa and New Zealand are going to Rio. They're going to the Olympic Games in 2016. England may well join them. And as we look forward to London, let's look at the pools that will unfold with all the action. 80,000 people at Twickenham next Saturday, followed up by another 55, 60,000. There's still tickets on sale. Fiji are in the pool with Canada, Argentina and Samoa. New Zealand up against Australia, Wales and Japan. In Pool C, there'll be old rivalries there between England and Scotland. Kenya will be joined by Brazil, the invitational team. And Pool D, United States, South Africa, France and Portugal. Well, goodbye from Glasgow, from the Emirates Airlines